On today's episode of Watch JR Go, we try to save the glass on my 2012 Volt. What is going on, guys? I'm Watch JR Go, and earlier today I had to get a windshield fixed on another car. So I called Safelite and they quoted me $119 with like a $10 discount after that to fix one crack in a windshield. And I was like, well, that's insane. So I called another windshield shop that was close by, and it's literally called the Windshield Shop, and they charged me $39 to fix this crack. And I was sitting there talking to the guy and I was like, you know, I'd fix it myself, but I don't have the glass drill or anything to get in there and, you know, get the crack cleaned out and stuff like that. So I just didn't want to mess with it. And he was like, I've never drilled one before. And I was like, if that's the case, we don't need you. So I ran to Walmart. I spent $10 on this Rain-X windshield repair kit. And today we're gonna see if this $10 can save you a lot of money. Because the Volt windshield has 3 different little chips in it from being road tripped all over the country. And we're gonna try to get them all fixed with this one kit. It's $10.97 at Walmart, super good deal. And today we find out if it works. There's one thing here on the instructions that we're not gonna be able to do. It says, for best results, repairs should be made as soon as possible after damage occurs and before the brake is contaminated by dirt or water, and avoid the use of glass treatments after the crack is formed and prior to repair. So these have all been cracked for a long time, and it's probably very dirty and has had a lot of water in it and has been re-Rain-X'd like 100 times. So we have suboptimal conditions for this repair, and we're gonna try it anyway. Glass treatments can be applied 1 week after repair, and it works best on round damage not more than 1 inch in diameter. Will not repair more than 1 layer of glass. That makes perfect sense. And yeah, let's hop in here and see what we can do. First off, we're gonna try to get this surface super clean, and I'm gonna razor blade basically the entire glass, and especially everywhere around the cracks with a little bit of invisible glass. Then we're gonna wipe it off with a microfiber towel, and we should be able to get this pretty clean. You want a really big area around this clean because there's like 4 suction cups on this tool that they gave us, and I'd say the tool needs probably that much room, 3 inches all the way around or something like that. So I'm just gonna clean a nice big area, and we're gonna go from there. All right, the first one's right down here. Oh yeah. Man, this thing should have been pre-cleaned because it's one dirty windshield here.
That's your car.
Yeah, you got me. So there's our first one. We have to find the other ones. They're actually kind of hard to see. I have to clean all of the glass to find all my chips. At least we're gonna have some very clean glass after this, and then I can Rain-X it again.
Right.
It looks like there's another one right there. That one's just a surface and didn't crack. There's another pit right there, pretty deep. Oh, here's the other one that was important. This one has a little half-inch spider on it. So this is the factory windshield on this car, and honestly, it would probably be time to replace it, but I hate replacing factory windshields. Well, the replacement ones they're not nearly as good as the quality of the OEM one. I said that at that shop today, and he was like, no, they have to meet DOT specs. And I was like, I'm aware they have to meet DOT specs, but that doesn't mean it's the same glass. Okay, the Volt windshield's clean. Let's start fixing. You know what, while we're at it, this one just magically appeared in the tracker. We're gonna try to fix it too. Might be a little too close to the edge, but there's one here and one here. Okay.
Remember Daniel's son. Wax on, wax off.
We're finally getting some progress made on the cleaning of this windshield. It was fighting me. We've got our little suction cup holder here, and we're gonna put that right over our chip on the glass here. Dead center on the part that needs to be repaired. I think I've got that pretty well centered. And then we're gonna go ahead and screw in the resin chamber here. So I've got it pretty tight. It's actually pushing back up on this 4-way mount here. Should be plenty tight. And now we're gonna put, I'm gonna use 6 drops of resin, which is actually quite a bit. All right, we've got a good bit of resin down there in the bottom. And this is our little injector here that'll force it in. Make sure there's no air. And let's get to work. We'll push this down until it's tight. According to the instructions now, we need to wait 4 to 6 minutes And it also says we can back this out and run it back in if we need to push any more resin into that. So I'm gonna go grab the keys to this so we can look inside and find out how our repair's going. So we're taking a look at the crack from inside the car right now, and it looks like I might need to reposition and hit it again. Plenty of resin sitting on top of it, but it's not quite filling the crack. I'm going to pull the injector and see if we can get a little closer. Try number 2. Looks like we've still got lots of resin down in it, so should work. Oh, there's plenty of it in there now. It's actually dripping out the bottom a little bit.
All right.
Looks like we're ready to remove that guy. Let me get a paper towel over there. The timer! The official, it is ready. Okay. It does say remove all the excess resin, and there's a lot, because I dropped a lot of it in there trying to seal this, and it looks like it worked. I think we fixed that one. Now we need to put a cure strip on here, but I also need to go after the next one really quickly. The next hole that is going to endure our windshield fixing wrath. Okay, patch number 2. Putting in our applicator. Right in the center. Looks like we've got a pretty good seal. Yeah. Time to put in a couple drops. Okay, there's like at least 6 drops in it again. At least. Hopefully it injects it correctly. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a curing strip on this one to keep dirt out of it. This curing strip is gonna stay on there for 5 to 10 minutes, and the brighter the sun is outside while you're doing the cure part, the better it is. You want UV light to cure this resin, so we're hoping that it's bright enough outside, even though there's a storm coming, of course, that it'll set up correctly. And after that, we'll pull the strip off, take a razor blade at a 90-degree angle, get this all cleaned up, and the excess resin will be cleaned up, and you shouldn't see the crack anymore. So even right now, I can't really see what was left. I'm happy. So I thought I might be able to shortcut the system with the whole resonator injection system and just pour resin right on this pit and then put a curing strip on it. Did not work at all. The pit's still totally visible. So you do need to use the injector to make this happen. At least something so you can keep enough resin in the pool there so it can kind of set up for a second. I guess that's probably what the injector is really doing. Of course, it forces some of the resin down in the crack, but for the most part, it probably just holds it where it needs to be. And this one's still, where's that other one at? Oh, right there. That one remains.
Is that point with the camera?
Yeah. Hey, we're moving right on in here. And on the tracker, we're gonna fix this one and this one. This one's a little close to the edge, but I think we might be able to make that happen. And there's a bunch of pitting right there. I don't know if we can make that one happen. That's tricky at best. Just push on it like pressure. And we are directly over the center again. Off to the resin races. I think I got it right. And this time I'm also pushing really hard to make sure the little rubber part at the end has a good seal. Obviously we have no direct sunlight today. It's gonna storm here in a few. Perfect shot. And we busted out the old school party accessory right here, this 24-inch UV black light. And hopefully that makes this thing cure super fast. So I think this one's probably close to ready. Give it a few more minutes, then we'll hit this one, and then that one is probably about ready to be removed. We'll move on to the tracker. We're just gonna keep working down the line. 5 cracks with 1 kit. If you went to Safelite for the same job, it would end up costing you like $500 based on what they quoted me this morning. So they also, the windshield shop recommended replacing this glass. Of course I said no, and I'm sure Safelite would have too.
Replacing glass, but those aren't major cracks.
I know.
They don't even really penetrate. There's a timer.
For that one?
Yep.
What do you think?
It looks good from the inside.
Is this one good though? This is the, oh! You can barely see it, if at all.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get a curing strip on that guy.
3 hours later.
And now we go for the mother of all bullseyes, or whatever they're calling this. We don't have quite enough suction cups here, but I'm hoping we've got the pressure we need. This one's huge. It's almost a ½ inch around, so I'm gonna try to push tons of resin into this one.
think you might actually be off a little bit.
You think so? Move down? Right.
This way, just a hair.
Yeah, I got you.
Should insert some subtitles here.
Is it working?
Yeah, oh, perfect. Should put subtitles in for various scratching, scraping noises.
You think it's injecting enough of it?
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Awesome.
It looks good. You can actually see it lifting and then coming off and everything.
Okay, I'll hit it one more time and we're gonna hope. It's got tons of resin in there, so you can actually see it trying to overflow the chamber. I poured all of it in it, basically. You almost can't tell. Mm-hmm. I'm pumped. Saved another windshield. You got a broken windshield? Oh, you do, but we can't save it.
Oh, I've got a broken windshield.
I wish we had somewhere we could save. We just go around. I just throw these away when I'm done because like you technically could keep them, but the resin sits in all the parts, you know, and it's just worth throwing it away. Not to mention we did like $600 of repairs if we hit all of these chips, so.
You know what? We're some money saving Muldoons.
Right, yeah. Let's just put Safelite out of business.
There you go. We can do it.
We're just driving around. Watch JRGo's mobile windshield repair service, and we only show up with Honda Groms and a $10 kit, and then we wipe down your windshield and fix this with a little resin and go call it a day.
That is the standard.
There's no Ford Transits, there's no Dodge Sprinters, no wraps.
Nope.
It's just Honda Groms.
Just Honda Groms. And a tire patch kit.
Yes,
in case.
and a tire plug. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take care of you. No matter what you need, that takes less than 4 seconds. We think our first repair is cured now. We still don't have any real direct light, but we're gonna go ahead and try it. I've got the razor blade. We're gonna pull the curing strip off and clean the glass. Hopefully this repair holds. It might not be completely invisible, but I think that is fixed. Look at that.
That is insane.
How's it look inside?
You cannot see it.
I can see the tiniest little dot and maybe a little twist where it used to be there,
Yeah.
but that was a pretty big crack before.
Only when you put your finger over it can you see because of the contrast.
Gotcha.
But it is
Way better?
It is straight up perfect.
Awesome. All right, well,
all right, so Grom's UV lights.
we know it
patch
works.
Kits.
Battery. Oh, and we'll carry around inverters instead of battery-powered UV lights.
There you go.
And we'll hook those up to the bikes so we can have high-powered UV.
There you go. So day or night.
Day or night repairs. Here's our crack. And that is what's left of it there. Hardly anything left. That was probably a ½ inch long a second ago. Well, there you go. This is how you repair a windshield for $10 right at home. Doesn't take too long, and even if the conditions are less than ideal and the crack is less than ideal, you can get it done. And I bet these could have been even better if I would have done them immediately instead of waiting. I don't know. It's probably been a year since some of these happened. I'll go ahead and drop a link to this repair kit in the description below. You can buy it there. You can buy it at Walmart. I'd say most places probably have this on the shelf if they sell Ranex. So pick it up however you want. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that is it for today. Please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time.
So you ever think that, you know, maybe hitting your camera, you're going to get, you know, a crack in it or something like that? I mean, you've got a repair kit now.
I already cracked the camera when that cable snapped on me with the tractor. I bought the protection plan.
Nice. Nice.
Ready to crack some cameras, and then we can repair it with the resin kit.
There you go. However you want.
However you want.
You could dance.
You could do it.
You could
do whatever you want to do even. You could even do whatever you want to do.